So good evening to everyone. So thanks for the participation for today's webinar. I think we having facing some technical issues. So anyway, we couldn't wait for some time because ma'am is waiting from Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology. So we have different types of webinar we have seen for the past 1.5 months under the Innovator Speech series. So under the series, so today we are going to see the technological advancement in the post-harvest process, maybe from engineering side or from agri side. So there are booming in the post-harvest management sector. So I think we bring today expertise in that field of post-harvest and technology advancement. So let me bring the session to Dr. Sinja from Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, head for the post-harvest management. Ma'am, you can proceed from your side, ma'am. So we can have a session. So thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me share my PPT.
Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, you proceed, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah. So good evening, everyone. Actually, this topic is very vast topic. Let me try to cover as much as possible from maybe different fields of this post-harvest. So myself, Sinija, I am working as a professor at Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology under the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. So quickly we will go through what is food processing. As you all aware, it is transforming these various agricultural commodities into food or an edible form, or transferring one form to another form of like value addition to different agricultural commodities. So mainly we can classify this as primary, secondary and tertiary processing. For example, you are harvesting paddy. Paddy, when you mill it and convert it into rice, that includes all the primary processing. And when the rice you convert to rice powder and make some products out of it, then it will be the secondary processing. And tertiary processing, when you extend it to an industrial scale, like pasta production or flakes production, like that, that is the tertiary processing. So if we see the food processing sector in a general, we call it as the sunrise sector, and we are globally ranked number 2 in the total food grain production. As well as if you take individual commodity, India is number 1 or 2 in most of the agricultural commodities, as well as the milk and other livestock commodities. And if you see the potential market, like Indian food and grocery market is world's 6th largest market, contributing nearly 70% of the sales. And regarding the food processing sector, it is actually one of the largest industries in our economy itself, with a cumulative average growth rate of 12%. And if you see the processing, still we are very good at production. We are number 1 or number 2 or number 3 in most of the items. But if you see the processing, that is after harvesting till it reaches to the consumer, we are still at the nascent stage. All other countries where their production is very, very less, but in the processing side, they are highly advanced. Their processing stage is 80%, 90% like that. And in the processing also, if you see Indian scenario, most of the processing sector is in the unorganized sector. That is in the rural sector, mainly cottage level industries or micro level industries. Nearly 25 lakh micro level food processing industries are there in our country. And there is a huge opportunities also for expanding this micro food business to an organized segment also. And if we consider this food processing sector as a large, like we can broadly categorize it into fruits and vegetables, dairy processing, meat processing, poultry processing, fish, grains, as well as spice. These are the 7 major categories or major segments we can consider. And in each segment, if you see fruits and vegetables, we are the number 2 in production. But coming to the processing, post-harvest operations, we only 2% of our production we are converting to that value-added products, or without any losses, we are converting it to the edible form. And marine products, we are number 1, but 8% only we are processing. Except milk, where we are advanced a little further, like 35% of the milk what we are producing, we are converting into processed form. All other segments, if you see, we are still very, very nascent stage. So the challenges with this small scale people or the micro scale people, it is like mainly the operational efficiencies, very small cottage level, without much equipment, much technology, without much skilled labors they are operating. So they don't know what is the need of these trainings or how to enhance their skills. They don't think that it is a mandatory thing. But still, if you see the consumer's viewpoint, like nowadays the consumers are more health conscious, so they wanted to have more healthy products with fortification, with many like nutritional components like fibers, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, etc. So if the existing people, they wanted to convert their product lines to this, meet out the consumer demand, they have to modify their original product line. For that, they have to add on some more equipments, or they have to totally recreate their production lines. This needs a lot of money, so they are reluctant to go for it. And moreover, their skilled manpower to operate these machineries or go for this new type of products is also missing. So here comes a strong need for more training institute to have skilled workers and also to meet out the requirements of our country's safety as well as hygiene requirements. And also another challenge we are facing is every day you can see new products, food products are coming into the market. So we have to compete with these new products and existing products. So sustaining in the market with this new product, it is also a highly challengeable thing. So we need more technologies, advanced digital technologies we can use for promoting this one. And also now our central ministry has announced this Prime Minister's formalization of micro food processing enterprises scheme. So through this scheme, there is a lot of scope for this medium as well as small scale micro entrepreneurs to upgrade their business to the next level. And also there is large scope also there, because when you introduce a new product with the new labels, like new values, health benefits, you are telling that you are incorporating this health efficient ingredients into this product, and you are putting that proper label, it is a non-gluten food, or it is a low-calorie one, it's non-GMO food, and with the clean labels and with these health claims, you can enter into the market and you can capture the market there. Especially in this pandemic situation, you know, all are going behind the immune boosting foods. So there is huge scope for this food processing businesses also. Now, when we come to the post-harvest advances, like I am taking few examples, and then because otherwise it's a lot of unit operations are involved after the harvest till the product reaches to the consumer's plate. So we cannot explain all the unit operations and all the advances. So I'll be taking like which is very easily understandable one. So if you see the fruits and vegetables, you know, it is highly perishable product. Within 2 to 3 days or maximum 1 week, beyond that we cannot keep these fruits and vegetables. So what are the major things when it comes to your mind? How we can extend the shelf life of these fruits and vegetables? First thing is converting it into some value-added product so that it can be stored for more time. So when it comes to that value-added product itself, there are a lot of value-added products. Usually you will think of jam, jelly, juice, like that. So in the juice itself, we will think a little bit differently. Instead of normal juice, if we go for the carbonated juice, like it's you know, now the younger generation also, mostly they will be going behind this Coke, Pepsi, Mirinda sort of carbonated beverages. So there is a huge demand for that one. So we can also use also as a refreshing beverage. Then another thing is like, instead of artificial lollipops, we can go for fruit lollipops and fruit candies. Like our citrus fruits and all, it is very easy as well as very tasty food with good vitamins and bioactives. If you convert it into the candy form, then mouth fresheners, instead of artificial fresheners, you can use our fruits and vegetables as the mouth freshener with spicy taste or sweet taste, whichever flavor you need, you can add on to that one. Like that, you can think of in a different way for the value things. So almost everybody will be producing the same fruit same time. So demand won't be there and price also won't be there in the market. That time what you can do? You can use this ripening chamber. You just use this as a storage facility initially when demand is not there. Keep the temperature, humidity values in such a way that the product will stay fresh throughout, and whenever the demand comes, you can spray the ethylene gas. That is the natural ripening agent. So spray this ethylene gas and then make the fruit ripen, and then bring it to the market instead of using this calcium carbide sort of chemicals which are carcinogenous. So here we are using the solar power as well as some phase changing material. So the advantage of the system is that the system is having different compartments which can maintain different temperature and different relative humidity. So each fruit and vegetable have its own temperature and relative humidity for the proper storage. So we can maintain here with solar power itself, and night time using this phase changing material we can maintain the temperature. So this is a very good post harvest technique which people can make use of it. Even the farmers groups at the field level itself, we are trying to make it in the mobile form also, so you can use it as a cold storage facility also at the farm level itself without the electric connection. And then another on-farm processing unit which IAFPT developed is the mobile processing unit. You can see here 5 buses. So these buses we have handed over to Tamil Nadu government for the on-farm processing, especially the pulpy fruits and vegetables. You know, Tamil Nadu, a lot of tomatoes are producing every year, and during the season, most of the tomatoes farmers are growing in the roadside because per kg they are not even getting 1 rupee. That time, what we can do, we can make use of these type of mobile processing units, which we can take into the farmer's field itself, and then we can process their produce, either mango or tomato or whatever it is, convert it into some intermediate products like concentrate or puree or ketchup. Like that you can convert it, and then you can make use of it rather than selling it for 1 rupee or 2 rupee or 5 rupee. Convert it into value added products, and then you can give it even 5 times, 6 times more price than what you will get for the raw material. So this one we have handed over to government, and they have given it to various farmer producer organizations through the agri marketing department, and it is into operation now at various districts of Tamil Nadu. And then another example I wanted to take is the coconut. You know, coconut is having lot of value-added products. Mainly coconut we are using for the coconut oil. So rather than the common oil, you can think of the virgin coconut oil. Virgin coconut oil is known as the mother of all the oils because it contains this lauric acid, which is a very immune boosting component which is there in the mother's milk. What we can get is this plant which you are seeing. It is a virgin coconut oil processing plant. Here the advantage is that from this plant not only virgin coconut oil you are getting, you can see here in the mass balance table the other byproducts which we are getting from this. Shell is there, testa, that is the brown color cover over the coconut after removing the shell. Then coconut water is there. Then after milk extraction, that residual meat is there. And from the milk, once you separate the oil portion, again that skimmed milk portion is there. So all these things we can convert it into various value-added products. That is the advantage of this post-harvest technology. You see that after extraction of the milk, the defatted flour, we can convert it into various snacks products or chutney powder. The main attraction is it is a low glycemic index product with high fiber as well as high protein. So from the waste or the byproduct of one industry, you can make the other value-added products. And then from the skim milk which you are getting, after separating the oil from the milk, that remaining portion, that is known as the skim milk. You can convert it as a flavored skim milk. Like other beverages, you can make use of this process flowchart and convert it into value-added beverage. And then other products which you can obtain from that skim milk are like the yogurt, ordinary yogurt, coconut yogurt you can have. Those who are having lactose intolerance, they can make use of this one. Jelly, cheese, and even they can use this for the coffee making also. So another product which we can think of when we think of the advanced post-harvest technique is converting this coconut milk into coconut ice cream. As I mentioned, 65% of the human population has reduced ability to digest this lactose. So what these people, they can consume instead of normal ice cream, they can go for this coconut ice cream. So it's having all these advantages, as you see. It is rich in various minerals, lauric acid, as well as various vitamins also there. And then you can see that fat content is also less compared to the dairy ice cream. And then another plant milk based ice cream, which we are IAFPT. Actually, I'm mainly talking about the recent technologies which we have developed in this post-harvest processing. and which we transferred to many industries also. This one is like that millet ice cream. You know, millet is now emerging as the superfood. So usually ragi or bajra or varaga, kambu, whatever it is, if you prepare any rice sort of things or porridge out of that one, our kids won't like to eat them. But instead of that, if you convert that into ice cream, even aged people also, not only kids, all age group people will love to have it. And the advantage is that you are getting protein also, you are getting fiber also, you are getting all the mineral compounds, whatever is present in the millet also, you are able to tap through this conversion or this value addition. And then cookies also, same thing. Instead of using maida, kids are very fond of cookies, you know. So instead of using maida, you replace maida with a ragi or bajra or any other millet. Then you see the nutritional composition here, 28% protein and 14% fiber. At the same time, very high energy also it is providing to anybody who is consuming this one. A staple food which we are consuming daily, even across the globe also now people are preferring to go for idli and dosha. So in that also, rice, if you are replacing with this millets, there is like more protein, more calcium. You know, ragi is a good source of calcium. Then this essential amino acids and then vitamins, iron, all these compounds you will get out of this value addition. Similarly, the millet milk powder. I mentioned earlier the millet ice cream. There also you can use this millet milk powder for preparing the millet milk. The advantage, you see, what are the nutrients available in this? Calcium, iron, potassium, protein, ash, fiber, zinc. And then if you see the functional properties also, almost it is having all good functional properties. So, which is very good for all aged people, even aged people also, young generation also, kids also, this can easily digest. So, another option from the millet itself is, you are seeing these tea bags coming with that pouch, no? That pouch, if you replace with this millet edible film, from the millet itself, we are making a film covering material. Then you can use it for even soup bags, cereal bags, tea bags, etc. So along with that soup mix, this film also will get dissolved in the water, and then you will get more protein as well as more fiber along with your other soup ingredients. And moringa, you know, moringa is now known as the superfood. It is the drumstick leaves as well as drumsticks. It is getting more and more popular, and many exporters are there who are into this moringa powder export business. If you see that moringa leaves as well as powder, dehydrated moringa leaves or drumstick and the powder, it is rich in vitamin A, B complexes, C, and protein. It's a very good source of protein. Apart from that, fiber, iron, copper, calcium, phosphorus, zinc, almost all the minerals and all the essential amino acids are there. So if you see this moringa powder nutritional value, you see the protein is very high, 30% protein and 13% fiber apart from this ash content. This shows what are the various minerals present in this, and especially this anemic as well as pregnant ladies and all. This is a very good supplement. Even the kids also, we can use this powder in various products like pasta products. You see, our kids love to have this type of items like macaroni, pasta, fusillis. Like, so we can replace our maida with the millets, and then along with that, you can add on this moringa powder like that to enhance the nutritional value, so that they will get all the benefits of this protein, minerals, as well as the fiber also. So at the same time, it will be a low fat, like low glycemic index food also, and it can equally be used by the lactose intolerant people also. Then another thing, actually nowadays many people are coming up with dehydrated fruits and vegetables and various dehydrated fish like that. So one technological advancement is the solar dryer. Solar dryer, already many solar dryers are available. Now we have developed a hybrid solar dryer. The advantage is that both daytime and nighttime this can work. How? Daytime, this using solar, it will be operating, it will be generating the temperature within the dryer. And that temperature, part of the temperature we are storing in this battery also. So nighttime, using this battery, we can operate the IR lamps, infrared lamps. You can see here inside the dryer, these lamps are there. So these lamps, once you switch on, due to the heat generated from these lamps, nighttime, the product can be dried. Because this dryer can be used for drying and dehydration of fruits, vegetables, even copra, fish, all those things you can dry using this solar dryer. Even small scale people can also go for this one. And this is a unit which is, because nowadays great demand is there for smoked fish, smoked meat like that. So this is a small unit which we developed here. Here you can use the sawdust or any such material for fueling. This is the bottom portion is the furnace where you can give the fire, and then top you can see a number of grills are there. Above that you can just put the like spice, whatever spice mix you wanted to mix with this one or marinate it, and then you can place it above that, and that smoke, that aroma is very good. Those who like that aroma, like grilled chicken and all, you can process this fish as well as meat also through this technology. And then another thing is, nowadays everybody is going for this pellet sort of things. So this is a Nutri pellet which we developed here. It is like a combination of pulses, millets, as well as cereals. So the advantage is that protein is there, carbohydrate is there, and minerals when we are mixing, we are getting all the minerals as well as the vitamins also. And honey you are using as the binder here. So it is a low calorie, protein rich food which any people can use it as a breakfast cereal. Along with milk you can have it, or as such a snack you can have it. So this is another like value-added product which we can think of rather than the common products. These are some of the common value-added products, or using some of the most recent advances in the post-harvest technology, we can convert our normal products into this one. Now I will be describing some of the programs which we initiated at IAFPT to help the farmers as well as the small groups. Like one such program is the Mission Onion. You know, this Perambalur district in Tamil Nadu, it is known as the hub for small onion. But the farmers, they are facing problem. You know, 2016-17, when there is a very low market for this onion, now prices gone below 10 rupees per kg, and all these farmers couldn't get even the amount which they spent for cultivation also. That time these farmers approached us and we suggested value addition is the only option which they can go for it. And with the help of the state government and agri-marketing department, we have created a common processing facility at the Chettikulam village of this Perambalur district. And we have fabricated all the integrated processing machineries for the onion farmers. We trained the farmers how to process it, how to convert the small onion into various value portion and the root portion of that onion. So we have developed the machinery for that one, and then we are using them for this other value-added products. And for this initiative, now this farmer producer company which they formed at Perambalur district, they are running this unit. Anybody can bring their raw material, process it, and then take it, and they can market it. So for this, it's a very good model which anybody can like follow it. And for this, we got even the various awards, and this AICTE CITBI award from the Honorable Vice President also we received for this dehusking, pairing, and then coconut water collection, even Nira tapping, and then various products like Nira sugar crystals, then tender coconut water powder, and coconut chips, and so many missionary path as well as value-added products we have done from this coconut mission program also. And many technologies has been transferred also. And like many farmers, farmer group, actually 3 farmer groups are involved in this process. That the moisture content of the paddy, once the paddy is harvested and dried, and then they're bringing to the warehouses, mainly the farmers, to get more weight, they won't dry it to the level which is required for the proper storage. If the grain is not dried to that level, what will happen? The insects will grow onto that one, and then damage will take place. So to address this post-harvest issue, like huge losses we are facing in this FCI placed in the conveyor, then if the moisture content is above the required level, it will be diverted back to a dryer where it will be dried to the required moisture content, and then again it will go back. Estimate states that if we save 1% of these losses, which can feed 1/3 of the population in our country, that much huge is the losses. And another thing which we have done is to assess the moisture content. A sensor was developed. This is a sensor which we developed for finding the moisture content as well as the temperature and the relative humidity during the storage of the grains in the godown. We can fix this sensor into the storage godown. Then it will automatically sense the temperature and RH. With that, we can find out what is the moisture content. Then we can give alert to the operator of that godown in his preventive measures. And then another approach which we are doing is, one is utilizing the produce effectively after harvest. Another thing is minimizing the waste or even effectively utilizing that waste also. So under that concept, waste to wealth concept, we have developed another research project with the PepsiCo. There, what we have done is, when we make the potato chips, lot of potato peel and potato fines are coming as the waste. So that we used as the base material for producing the snack. Then from the pulse milling, in that peel as well as the seed as the waste. Similarly, from the grape industry, that pomace, that is after juice extraction, whatever waste is coming, that is known as the pomace. And that pomace, like that, all these waste streams, which are very good in various vitamins, bioactive compounds like that. So we used all these waste streams to make a very healthy product, which is cheap as well as very nutritious also, like crisp sort of chips. It's like Lay's only, but with this waste materials we are utilizing along with this PepsiCo UK and Siddharth Starch One Industry at Maharashtra, who are supplying the potatoes for the PepsiCo industry. And then apart from that, we have utilized this waste for converting it into a complex flour, which we can use for producing our idli as well as chapatis, cookies, and all. This is also the advantage is that instead of maida, we are using this flour, which is good, which is having good nutritional properties. So converting waste to wealth, that is the concept behind this. And nowadays, you see, people are going for low sugar, low salt, low fat food. And even our FSSAI regulations also, they are also asking food industries to go for this salt, which we are developing at the laboratory. Like it will give the same perception like your normal salt, but the quantity is very, very less. So like similarly, like the alternative for sugar, alternative for fat also. So many researches are now going on also in this aspect. And sugar, you see, alternative to sugar, even rather the normal sugar, we can go for this brown sugar and Dira sugar, which is having very low glycemic index value, and also some natural sensory evaluation. Based on the sensory evaluation only, whether the consumer will like it or not, you can do. So that sensory evaluation also with the modern equipments like e-nose, e-tongue facilities are there, which will imitate your nose or your tongue, and then it will tell you whether the product is of acceptable quality or not. And nowadays, softwares are there, which will even, that type of systems are also available. And then another thing nowadays, you see, meat substitute. More vegetarian people, they wanted to go for meat substitute. Like instead of meat, they wanted to have plant-based meat analogs. So lot of work has already been done on this, and it is still going on. And another thing is like emerging aspect in the post-harvest area is entomophagy, that is food from the insects. Utilizing this insects, like insects are very rich in protein. You see this 72% protein is there in this grasshopper. So now many countries are utilizing this source of protein for converting that, extracting that protein, then incorporating it into various food items like chocolates and various types of foods they are incorporating. And that is also picking up the market. And another development in this area is sonic enhanced food. You see, the music can affect the brain of the people. No? When you eat food, no, sometimes in restaurants and all, you will see that live music they will be playing at the time when they serve the food. So, when you are eating fish, if that seashore sound is coming, then you feel that fish is fresh and you feel like eating more fish. Like that, each food is associated with a particular sound. Then you will feel like you will consume it more depending upon that music. So that research is also now there. So sonic enhanced food is also coming up. And you see here now in IIFPT, we have started a glycemic index lab also, like it is a Center for Excellence in Glycemic Index Studies, where we are having an exact, like Asia's first dynamic stomach and small intestine system. What will happen inside our stomach after we consume the food from the mouth till it reaches to the intestine? What are the changes? We can study through this one. Usually people will go for this MRI and all. So same studies, how the food is getting digested in our system, we can imitate here, and it is having almost close results with our normal system. The studies have also been conducted. This is actually our director's project, and now many industries are making use of this system for finding out the digestion level of their new products which we are developing, and the glycemic index values also. And as I mentioned earlier, that waste to wealth approach. So under that, we have developed, now you know, plastics are already banned. So we have developed alternative to single-use plastics using some biodegradable material. We have developed edible plates from the jackfruit waste. You know, jackfruit is almost in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and all, without much investment. Many jackfruit is coming up like that. So 70% of that fruit's portion, it is going as the waste. Only 30% we are using as the edible portion. So from this 70%, we can make these plates or ice cream cones, which is very good sources of fiber as well as various bioactive compounds. So after the plate, after eating the snacks, you can eat the plate also. That is the concept behind this one. Similarly, you see during this Gaja cyclone, that time a lot of coconut trees fallen down. So what we thought, how we can make use of these fallen trees. We have made that fallen trees into powder form, the trunk, and then from the powder we have developed a plate, biodegradable plate. This plate we can use for various our snacks serving and all. So like that, we are working on the replacement for plastics also. And then recently, one of the most emerging technique in the post-harvest, that is the non-thermal processing. You know, normal processing, thermal sterilization or thermal pasteurization we are following. So nowadays, people are more health conscious. So thermal treatment means nutrients will lose. So they wanted to go for non-thermal processing. So various alternatives like non-thermal processing, high pressure processing, pulsed electric field, pulsed light field, ultrasonication, irradiation, cold plasma, like lot of techniques are there. In IIFPT also, we have started a non-thermal processing unit where we will be hosting all these equipments. Already we are having cold plasma, ultrasonic and UV irradiation. This facility is already there, and HPP as well as irradiation things. It is shortly it will be coming. So we can process meat, fruit, beverages, vegetables, anything without the heat treatment. Whatever the heat treatment will do, that arresting all the microbial growth, all the enzyme deactivation, all those activities we can make use by the non-thermal processing itself. And it is estimated to capture, you see, US dollar 1,224 million by 2022. The cumulative average growth rate is 8.4%. So we are also moving forward in that line to have more non-thermal processed foods also. And then another interesting area when we talk about the advancement in the post-harvest technology is this 3D food printing. Like 3D printing people are using for this house construction, car designing and all. Now it came to the food also. Actually, individuals are having different nutritional requirements. From person to person, it will vary. So now what in the new era, we can have our own nutritious food, our own personalized, customized food packet. Depending upon your body, what are the nutrients you require, you can give it to the printer. this is the nutrient requirement I need. I wanted to have a cookie in the shape of a butterfly, or I wanted to have a chocolate in the shape of my favorite cartoon character Shinjan. Like that, whatever way you need, you can have that one through this 3D printing technology. IAFPT also developed this indigenous 3D printer, and we are also done a lot of work for making different types of printable matrices of foods. Even chicken also we can incorporate into various forms here, because chicken is chicken as well as vegetable, like various flours, egg, printable egg, like that. Various products we have made from this 3D printing. They can tell which packet is more attractable and which position in a shelf is more attractive to the consumers. Accordingly, the manufacturers can change the pattern in their packaging, or they can position their products in which place in the supermarket. Like that, all this market analysis they can do by sitting in one place, and then accordingly they can modify their packaging design, and they can also have proper position in a storage. So this innovation center is also shortly coming in IAFPT. We are into that purchase procedures are initiated, and we can make use of this also. So apart from that, this is in brief about some of the advances in the post-harvest area. I briefly mentioned that, but there are a lot of additions. As I mentioned earlier, this is a huge topic or vast topic which I cannot cover in one single lecture. So before concluding, I just wanted to give like something about our institute also. Our institute is having a food processing business incubation center where we are offering different types of trainings, like 1-day training, 3-day training, or skill advancement trainings, as well as some incubation services. Like we are having all the processing facilities, all the lines are there: grain processing, fruits and vegetable processing, ice cream processing, VCO processing, then extrusion lines. All these lines are there, bakery is there. So anybody who wanted to venture into this one, those who do not have the initial investment capacity, what they can do, they can just incubate, or they can register with our incubation center, bring your raw material, process your product, pack it, and then test market it. Then you become confident, then you can venture into that one. Until then, you can make use of our facilities. Only electricity charges we will be taken. Like our website one, I mentioned earlier, one scheme about formalization of micro food enterprises. Under that, we are uploading various process videos, PowerPoint presentations about that process, model DPRs, everything. You can go through our website and download this one. You can see that one before you before you start the things, and you can get an idea about a lot of products we are uploading. Every week we are uploading one product. And apart from that, our institute is also having NABL accredited lab, which is FSSA referral lab, also incubation center. They are into the food business. They started their own company, and they are into the market now. In turn, they are giving employment to even 5 to 10 people also in their companies. So they are all very not a very brilliant people or a very high financial status people, but we are supporting them from the scratch. And so anybody who is interested to start up a business in the food processing, you can approach IAFPT at any time. We are happy to help you for the training purpose or incubation services or any consultancy related activities. Even for availing the PMFME scheme also, IAFPT is one of the nodal agency for implementing this scheme across the country. So thank you so much for your patient listening, and thank you so much the Chennai Institute for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful session. I think so. It's a vast topic, but anyway, you covered most of the topic. So, so we are already planning for some MOU with IFPT. So soon we're going to have. So very soon we can say from our side also. So for that initiative only we plan for this session. So with your support, so we will connect you in the next session also. Anyway, so you have explained everything about the post-harvest and technology advancement. So we will bring some innovations also with the support of IFPT. So finally, we will reach some efficient for the beneficiaries. So thank you to the participants also. So thanks to the IFPT director also. And once again, thanks to you, ma'am, for the wonderful session. So we'll meet you in another session. So so it's a winding time. So we'll meet you in another session. So thank you to everyone. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.